that they wanted results too. So I started to think of my friend Rob, who has had a back injury for a long time, my friend Greg, my friend Tim. It's just people that I knew that what if this could help them? And so two of those people was my mom and my sister. They live here in Kokomo. By the way, my mom has scoliosis, so it's like extremely painful. And it was Thanksgiving, so I literally brought some. I gave my mom some, I gave my sister some, I gave my cousin some. I said, you guys gotta try this. Well, that was Thanksgiving. By Sunday when I got home, I live in Florida now, so in those 4 days, my mom cut her pain medication in half. I go, what? And it's narcotic. Like, Mom, you can't do that, I'm at the age where I'm raising kids and parents, it's the same thing. So I go, Mom, you can't do that. But she said, this pain medication is very hard on my digestive system, and I feel better. I go, wow. My sister goes, my shoulder doesn't hurt. Wow. My mother-in-law's knee didn't hurt. I go, wow. My wife's back didn't hurt. She was starting to realize her hands were kind of locking up, in the kitchen, where she'd go to open a jar and it just was painful. And then she'd look in the future, her mom, and she realized, okay, my mom has really bad arthritis. If I don't do something now, it's going to just get worse and worse and worse. So it was all these stories started stirring, and it was just like you heard. If you think about, this is one product that affected a shoulder, a knee, a hip, and Jay's digestive system, which is crazy. It's not like a shoulder product or a knee product or a hip product. It's one product that helps reset your body to a younger, healthier state, which is incredible. So, as you're at your table, or as you're kind of interacting, maybe ask people, tell me your story, because I always get blown away when I hear X39 stories. In fact, you guys, hey guys, Mandy and Rocky, Richard, everybody. So we're on Zoom broadcasting. So we have some guests joining us. So this is really the stories that started to blow me away. Now, I do want to share with you that one thing that Lifewave did, and really the team, is we put together a one-page landing page that's dedicated to this product. So it's beautiful. I was on a flight yesterday, Monday. I met a guy on the airplane. We kind of shared information. He was like, what? A stem cell reactivation technology? And I go, yeah, this is the only one. He goes, can you send me info? And I go, yeah. By the way, I held one up. I go, this is it. And he goes, can you send me info? So by the way, the website is thisisitinfo.com, okay? So it's super simple, super easy to remember. And guess what? All of a sudden, I could just send information to him. There's product research. There's videos on there. Like Tim mentioned, the actual patent, the language of the patent, you can read. There's research studies. It's just incredible. Well, here's the beautiful thing about that is that my next door neighbor works in cardiology. So he's a science nerd. I could send him that website. My other next door neighbor drives a boat. He doesn't care about the science. He just wants to know, does this work? So I could send him the exact same website. So it kind of helps people navigate. And that's really the beautiful thing, is that when I started connecting with this, and I go, wait a minute, this technology has never been done before. In fact, I went back to my friend Ken, the CrossFit guy, and I said, hey, how is it that I've never heard of this company? I've never heard of this product. I've never seen any of this. Anybody of you thought that, like, how is it that I've never heard of this? And he said something really amazing. So, anybody remember those blue and yellow stores called Blockbusters?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple people. So we used to go rent movies, and then we'd have to be kind, rewind, and bring it back, And then all of a sudden, this little company came along and said, hey, I got an idea. You could download the movie. And they started streaming it. And now, we don't have Blockbuster. I don't have a VCR. I don't even have a DVD player. My entire television just downloads, everything streams, right? So it was this evolution in technology really that changed everything. Well, that's kind of the exact same thing that happened when David Schmidt pioneered this wearable technology. Is that we've never had this before, ever, on the planet. This is the world's one and only wearable technology of its kind. So I go back to my friend Ken and I'm like, okay, this product is undeniable. It is literally undeniable what's happening for me, for my mom, for my sister, for my friends. I mean, all of a sudden, this is undeniable. Tell me about this company. And so I'm going to highlight just a couple things, just about Lifewave. In fact, prior to, so by the way, Lifewave was founded in 2004, but they didn't launch X39 until 2019. Okay, so there were 15 years in there where we existed as a company, and most of our products were sold. They were very attractive to medical people, like naturopath doctors, chiropractors, what's the needles? Acupuncture. Yeah, thank you. Acupuncturists, massage therapists. And most of those people, they'd walk into the door Monday, they turn the light on, they help patients and maybe sell some products, and then they shut the light off and go home. And then they show up on Tuesday, do the same thing. Show up on Wednesday, do the same thing. Now, when this product launched, what's amazing about X39 is that I'm non-medical. And I could share this with my neighbor, the boat captain, who's non-medical. I could share it with my buddy, who's a plumber. I could share it with my mom, who's non-medical, right? And so what happened is this little tiny sales channel, medical, went away when X39 started. And what happened is this product, my friend Todd, he said, results drive demand, okay? So here's what happened. They launched this product in 2019. 2020, they get a patent. So this represents the world's only technology of its company. And then the company goes skyrocket because number one, the product, number two is the channel just began to open. And so we went from $20 million a year in revenue to $400 million a year in revenue just in 4 years, which is a 2,000% increase. I don't know about you guys, but I have a 401k. It did not go up 2,000%, by the way, from the last one. But if I could, I would invest in it. In fact, that's what I asked my friend Ken. Like, can I invest in this company? And he said, no, it's privately held. But we have a revenue share model. And if this continues to grow, you could capitalize on that. And I said, okay, I'm definitely interested. By the way, so I live in Florida, Bradenton, Florida, the eye of the, good old Milton came to visit us last week with the hurricane. So I live down there. And we have this thing, it's called inflation. Rob and I were joking around about it earlier. I don't know if, looks, I think you guys have it here too. And I think it's happening everywhere. And so most people that I run into are like, interesting. If I could capitalize on the growth of the revenue, yeah, tell me a little more. And so here's what's interesting about this is that because of my background in nutrition, nutrition is amazing, but nutrition is everywhere. There's other products like skincare, for example. There's some amazing skincare products, but unfortunately, that's a very crowded market. But this happens to be the only wearable technology on planet Earth to help rejuvenate our dormant stem cells. And you can see the results that begin to happen as all of a sudden there's different stories. And we could have even more stories. Carrie, I'm sure, you guys could share a story. We could just go on and on and on about stories. And it's really profound. What happens is we're helping people become younger and healthier, which is amazing. So here's what my friend Ken pointed out. He also said, oh, by the way, this is a global patent. So we happen to operate in 75 countries, which is kind of wild. So I have a buddy of mine, he's kind of my neighbor, his name's Larry. Larry has a friend that we did a small group with, and that friend has a friend in Germany. His name's Walt, and his wife Irene. So all of a sudden, they hear about X39 and they go, hang on a minute, can we take this to Germany? And I go, yeah. I don't even know how to say yeah in German. Sure. And so all of a sudden, what's crazy is to think, okay, we're at the very beginning of the launch of this technology worldwide, which is kind of wild. Now, something else that my friend Ken shared, because he said we have a revenue share model. In fact, I'll just kind of go on and show you. By the way, the explosive growth that's happened, this is getting everybody's attention. So Lifewave has been voted the #1 momentum company in the world by the Direct Selling Association and Business for Home magazine. I mean, we're turning the industry upside down right now. And so here's a few next steps. And this may be for you as a guest or maybe for as a friend if you're thinking about sharing this with somebody. There's 4 ways to get connected. Number 1 is a customer, number 2 is a customer, and number 3 is a customer. So we really like customers, by the way. Okay? Now this happens to retail at $149, so it's $5 a day or $150 a month retail price. It's a huge savings compared to $6,500 for a shop. Okay, so even that is a huge savings. Now step 2 and 3 is allowing you to buy this at wholesale prices. So at $99 a piece instead of $149. So my wife and I, we have 2 kids and a dog. I mean, we live on a budget. Okay, so immediately we were like, why would I not buy this wholesale? And I would encourage you to do the same thing, okay? But number 4 is really the difference. So this is what's called a brand partner. And so I'm going to tell you a quick story about David Schmidt and the history of Lifewave. So in 2004, when he launched this company, he said, you know what, I'll go get a meeting with GNC and I'll sell it on the shelf. That was his plan. Well, I don't know if you guys, the labeling's cool, but it wouldn't be very compelling if we were on the shelf. Does that make sense? And the reason that David was hesitant is because there's no product education. Because really, my friend Ken helped educate me. I helped educate Greg. I helped educate Tim. I helped educate Rob, right? And so there's product education involved. And he said, we really need to educate people. So he goes, time out. I'm not going to sell it on the shelf. I got an idea. I'll go get some national spokespersons, and we'll shoot a video, and we'll run it on Saturday morning on an infomercial. True story. William Shatner and Suzanne Summers were our national spokespersons. That's true. Like Star Trek, the whole 9 yards. I mean, he literally was going to be our spokesperson on Saturday morning. But here's the issue. None of us watch Saturday morning infomercials. Right? So he's like, I could educate people if they'd watch, but we all changed the channel. Now the third thing that happened, so all of a sudden David Schmidt said, I've got this brilliant concept, this brilliant product that can impact millions or billions of people. How do I go get the message out? He had a research buddy, a doctor or scientist they were doing research on X39. And his buddy said, I got an idea. I got a friend of mine that's a coach. Let's go see him and tell him about this wearable technology. Well, it was a coach at Stanford University, Roger Quick. I think we're nodding. We have a swim coach actually here. And so Coach Roger Quick said, this is brilliant. I want to try this. And he had 8 of his athletes come in. They started using patches. 6 of the 8 broke personal best records within 30 days. One of them broke a world record. So all of a sudden, these girls are like, man, I don't know, I'm swimming faster. This is amazing. They get invited to go to San Diego to the Olympic Training Center. So imagine girl swimmers in swimsuits with stickers. So everybody in the pool is going, what is that sticker? Mm-hmm. What is that sticker? What is that sticker? Why are you using that sticker? What does it do? How does it work? And immediately, that's when our founder and inventor said the most powerful way for us to get this product in the market is people. We can create product education. I'm going to help support my friend Tim. I'm going to teach him about the product. I'm going to coach him, hydration, all the things, right? So he saw that firsthand, and that's when he designed step number 4 is like, what if I partner with the brand Lifewave to help launch this. Now, my friend Ken didn't tell me all that. He just said, as a brand partner, you can financially win. And I said, well, I got a kid in college. I got another kid about to go to college. I mean, I'm open. Tell me about this. So let me share with you just a couple things that may be valuable for you. Now, this is really when my wife and I shared with her, we kind of started thinking about what would I change if I could financially. You know, and I don't know, if that applies to you guys. Hopefully you're independently wealthy, but if you're not, there's some things that we said, okay, what, I was in corporate America. I was not overpaid. I had to beg and steal and lie to get a day off. You know what I mean? Like, there were just things in my life that I just wasn't really super satisfied with. And I said, okay, I'm open. I'm open to this. So let me share with you the ways that brand partners can benefit.